I have 10 kids and I'm 40. What have you been doing throughout your 20s and 30s to have 10 kids? You did not waste a breath. Okay, so today I thought it'd be funny to read over the worst Tinder bios that I could possibly find. So oftentimes I just scroll on Reddit just to see what other people say. I kind of like looking at the Tinder subreddit because it kind of gives me like an inclination of like what's going on in the app without me having to be on the app itself. And it's kind of funny to see people's profiles and seeing what works for them or I guess what doesn't work for them. So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of bring this alongside and make it a YouTube video and just show you guys the other type of people on the other side of Tinder. So without further ado, let's begin. This guy right here, we're gonna call this guy Mark. He has a tattoo, ROLW. What is that? Rollin? I don't know what that means, but he's a pretty interesting type of guy. I obviously can't see what he looks like. But it says here he's looking for a long-term, open to short-term relationship. And let's just check out his bio. He says, "Let me guess, you're probably kind of fat. You sell your body and or work a low-paying job." So if you guys are already those 3 disqualifiers, don't even think about hitting this chat up. He's not for you. You know, you're outside his level, just way below him. He says you live with your parents, probably your friends, or somewhere low rent. You know nothing except maybe pop culture. You've been ran through since high school. Wow. Okay, he's really particular. You have kids by multiple men, so multiple baby daddies. You can't be with this guy. You know, he's not settling with that. And to top it all off, you still think you're too good for me. Now here's a guy. Who knows what he wants. Now here's a guy that knows his taste in women. You don't want to be on his bad side because he'll just cut you off like that. Like he's particular. Let's just say he's particular. Says the ability you all have to self-dilute yourselves to such extreme degrees astounds me. Anyway, I'll pay for it since I guess that's how this works now. So I guess he's willing to come through and try to make a reasonable chance with women, even though most of them are probably below his standards, you know. The thing that really gets me about this one is the fact that he says you live with your parents. You know, I feel like in today's, you know, economy and everything, I think living with your parents is something that, you know, most people should strive to do with just how bad the job market is, how bad the economy is. Like, you know, it's hard to just live on your own and be independent nowadays, but that's a major strikeout for this guy. He's photo verified, so we know that he's real. But, you know, been ran through since high school. That's really crazy. That's really crazy. So this guy is obviously pretty bold. Don't even think about not being a 10 out of 10 because if you are slightly less than that, he will just dish you to the curb like a old used fart. I don't know. This guy No Apricot says, what kind of response would someone with a bio like this be expecting? No one is going to swipe right on this, and I have to agree. I don't know why some people on dating apps like Tinder, like, what do they think of themselves when they put the type of bio that they do? It's like they don't give a second thought to the things that they do in life. They just say, here's me, here's this, and don't have any type of perception of what other people might think of what he posts, you know, of what he says about himself or to other people. Like some people are really into self-degrading, other people are really into just saying other people are shitty, and that's who this guy is. Let's move on to person number 2. So this woman, you can clearly tell she's cultured. She has a Batman symbol tattoo on her left tit. They say this one is aggressive on Hinge. How would this attract anyone else? So let's see what can't see your name H40 says about this. Trying this for the last time. Let's see. I have 10 kids and I'm 40. What have you been doing throughout your 20s and 30s to have 10 kids? You did not waste a breath. That was her whole hobby. 10 fucking kids. She said, don't like it, be gone. I don't care. I don't got time for childish shit. If you think it's childish that she has 10 children, you might as well just get the fuck out of here. Because she's not looking for you. She wants a man, a real life man in her life that's going to change and shake some shit up, you know, and be the father that stepped up 10 times. The father that stepped up 10 times because she has 10 kids. She says, don't waste my time. I don't have any more to waste on games. I guess the other 10 baby daddies or however many she had played games with her. She doesn't have time to waste on games. Be straight up and don't be a bitch. Okay. I ain't here for games or tricks. I want forever, not temps or passerbys. Get it? Got it? Good. Make sure you get that ingrained in your system, people. She wants no temp. She wants a forever man, okay? She said, I don't lie about having 10 babies. So if you think that was a joke, you fell for it. You know, it's not a troll. She's telling the honest truth. She's a hardworking, honest woman. Doesn't lie about her craft in baby making. She says, I don't lie about having 10 babies. You don't like it, fuck right off, point blank, period, boo. Nothing will change the number of children I birth. I don't know why she stresses so many times about having 10 kids. I feel like mentioning it at one time would be enough, but I think she wants to get the idea off to a potential suitor that, hey, she has 10 other people in her life that she has to focus on more than you. So she wants that to get ingrained in people's heads so they know that, you know, they're the 11th most important figure in her life. Besides being a baby maker 10 times, she is looking for a long term, obviously. 5'5". She's a full-time stay-at-home mom. I think at that point of having 10 kids, you kind of have to be. There's no point in rushing and looking for a job if you have 10 kids at home that all need assistance and need diapers changed and food on the table and, you know, clothes for school. I don't think there's anything job worthy out there for you. Homemaker, and of course has kids, so you know that's something pretty obvious. So let's see what the comments say. 10 kids, raging in bio, barely literate, unemployed, seems like a catch. That's pretty funny. Oftentimes when someone posts no games on their bio, it's the other way around. They play games with you and waste your time. But finally, for the last Tinder profile of this video, we have this one with let's just say she has a particular figure on her. Has some nice tattoos. I love to see what that one in the middle is, but you know I can't really tell. It looks like some handcuffs. I don't know if she gets down like that. But Miss 411 says, no one says hi, I'm an asshat and I'll ruin your life. I'm not into facades. Don't ask to meet right away. I don't want to end up in a suitcase. Okay, that's a fair point. I can't fault her for that. How I move, that's just how she moves. That's just how the game goes. You can't control her, you know? She's with the wind. If I don't want it heard, I won't say it. People love gossip. Okay. So she's more like the golden rule. She do unto others as you want done unto yourself, which I can respect. She loves COF. Don't know what that is, but you know, my music range doesn't stretch far. She loves Kill Switch, Slipknot. I know Slipknot. Bikini Kill, J. Cole, Blood for Blood, and Danzig. J. Cole, that is interesting. In this kind of like sort of in this assortment of lyricists and artists, J. Cole standing out, that gives her points. I would not have expected J. Cole to be mixed in with Slipknot, Bikini Kill, and Blood for Blood. She says, my Nana said, everyone has someone made in their own image, be it a man or woman. And when you meet, it's like looking in a mirror. You see yourself looking back. I'm short, 4'11", Armenian, Puerto Rican, I think, Italian, Indian. I'm an empath. I highly disagree with that. You know, I highly doubt that. I don't think people who are empaths would post that they're empaths on social media. I feel like that's kind of giving the opposite vibe. She says I'm an empath though. She's sensitive and creative. Do it yourself, poetry and dancing. That's her 3 types of gigs right there. And honestly, this is not that bad compared to, you know, what the title of this thing said. This says, "What the hell did I just read?" I think it's not a horrible bio. So it's like, how did J. Cole get on the list? And that's still what I'm wondering. Someone said someone banged her within the background and she decided she liked it. That's kind of crazy to think about, but that's really what I'm focused on right now. How the hell did J. Cole make it on there? But nah, that shit was funny. Um, yeah, that's just 10 minutes of bad bios. There's so many out here, y'all. I just do this like religiously because this shit is funny to me. But hope you all enjoy that. I'm gonna try to do some more of these because this is pretty entertaining to me. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all. Sorry, what, these girls are cowards?
Curious little spiders. Anyone willing to help? Us against the world!
Armed and dangerous! Judge, jury, executioner! Blaze of glory.
That's 3! Final 10 seconds!
Oh my god, I was working out, Sam.
Another!
I was working out like I was in the effing gym, Sam, and I still didn't get